about that. Sorry. There was no more space on the camera, so it deleted something, and now there's more space. I'm sorry about that. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was at the talk about my friendship with Mr. Barack Obama, the United States of America, President of the United States of America. And okay, I'm going to give you, it from an angle of a good friend. Barack, he's a really good guy, right? He has his heart just on the right place. He can be a little insecure sometimes. I'm not saying this to say something negative about Barack, but I think the process of becoming a president and all this, it's been a really hard pressure on him. But he's loyal to a fault, right? You can really trust him. And what he's doing is he's doing everything he's doing it for the good of mankind, right? He's not corrupted. I think you should respect and really appreciate that you have a non-corrupt president for the time being. He has this thing about not letting people too close, and I think I know why, because there's a lot of people who wants to influence you as a politician, as a leader, especially if you are as powerful as Barack is. And so he keeps people a little apart, just a little at a distance, because he doesn't want people to, abuse that situation that he's in. And instead of seeing this as, as something bad, see it as something good, right? He doesn't want to be corrupted. He's fighting passionately for the dreams that he has. And there's something about, I think there's a point about race that has not. He doesn't talk much about race, and I think I know why. I'm not saying I know why. I think I know why. It's because he doesn't want the conversation about black people and white people. He wants to be a good example, right? He wants to be the example that people can trust and see that you can be black and white or whatever you are, you can still be a good president of the United States of America. And that comes directly from Reverend Martin Luther King. He had the same dream, right? It's not about the color of your skin, it's about being you as a person. And that's why he doesn't talk about race, because he believes that it's not about race, it's about you as a person. And I think you should appreciate that instead of saying, oh, he doesn't talk about race. Well, he doesn't talk about race because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Race doesn't matter. And I think you're going to miss him, right? That's my feeling. I really hope that Joe Biden was going to step in his footsteps, because I think he could potentially have done the same as Barack, but he doesn't want it. And well, it's his own choice, right? He has this problem with his son, and I'm sorry about that, Joe. I really feel with you. I can't imagine it must be the worst thing in a man's life to lose a child. I have my own child. Just the idea of it makes me, terrible. So I understand it. I understand it. But it's just, yeah. Anyway, it was about friendship. It's about moral character, basically. Ethics, your values and virtue as a person, gives you moral character. And moral character is something you can use in all straits of life. It can be your job, it can be with your wife, it can be with your children. Being a good person, upholding special virtues and doing things because you think it's good, will help you through all your life. So moral value or virtue is about defining what you think is important. Like me, I think enlightenment is important. I think to be solidarity is also important, that you're not just your own, doesn't only do it for your own good, right? But you can also perhaps be something for everybody's, for your friend, for the people, or for the person that's beside you. You can also be honest. All these things are virtues. These are moral virtues. And a man and a woman and a child will respect those people who have that. And in a world that is corrupted and people are trying to buy each other and things like that, persons who have this integrity are very rare. But if you want a good life, and if you want to change the world into something better, integrity and trying to be that good person is what you have to go for and look for. Then Aristotle says, then you of course, oh, that's easy to say with you, Asger, right? You tried and you had a long life, but yeah, it's not easy to be a good person. It's not easy to have moral integrity, and you'll never be perfect at it. Everybody has a lot of faults, but through working with it, not stopping, always trying to be a better person, continue on that course, will make you a better person. It's about habits. That's what Aristotle says. It's about habits. If you have bad habits, you do things over and over, that's bad. If you have good habits, trying to be a better person all the time, you can change yourself into a better person. And you can elevate yourself as a moral being. And then in this process, not only help yourself, but also be a better, not only be a better friend, but also be a better wife or husband. And you can also, I think when you're, as a father, what's really important is not that of course it's important that everything around you is or your children is good, that they have something to eat and they have place to stay. But what they will really respect you for is that you're a good person, because children, they need to have a good example as a father. That's important, right? So if you want to be a good father, you have to work with your values. So this about being a good friend and having moral value is something that you can work with and will get you along in many through many difficult times in your life. It will also give you enemies, because bad people, they don't like people with good morals, right? People who like to stay in the dark and to be manipulative and this and that. They hate people who have good morals, right? So they try to fight them. And this is what you will see, that if you're a good person and really strive to make the world better, people who have have a bad character and who are low on morals, they will do everything they can to put you down. So you have to watch out, right? You have to see into the dark side, confront it, see who they are, because they're there, they will always be there. And then you have to do the opposite, right? You shouldn't be manipulative. You shouldn't start lying and go on there, take their bad habits. You should do what you think is right. One of the greatest tricks of Satan, one of the greatest trick of the bad people is using the best in people against themselves. So that makes it difficult sometimes, because like the confrontation between the Palestinians and then Israel, on the left wing, they've always been going on about free Gaza and all the martyrdom of the poor Palestinians. But if you really look into what these guys are doing and how they think, they keep bombing Israel, on and on and on. They're still doing it. We have some of them here in Denmark. They're on the top of the criminal statistics of rape and murder and this and that. Palestinians are on the top, above, everybody else. So I'm not saying that all Palestinians are bad people, but I'm saying, through my own experience, that you shouldn't just, jump on this trail of free Palestine, this and that. You should use your own mind, see what they're doing, instead of just following suit of all those things. So being a good person is not always easy, right? There are a lot of traps and people that want to abuse you. The worst thing in the world is bad people abusing good people. So Oh yeah. I hope it helped. Stay in course of being a good person. Use your mind, right? Use your intelligence. Don't just jump on everybody else. If there is this, if there is this general movement of people saying, "Oh, do this, do that," be smart, right? Usually, that's the worst place to go. Go on your own way. Don't follow the beaten track. Go on your own way, because off the beaten track is where you find the real treasures and the real good people. That's my experience. Don't just follow suit. Go your own way. Find your own truth and uphold them. That's important. Alright. Hope you enjoyed the little video, and I'll probably be back with more. I enjoyed this. It's good. Alright. Peace.